Hello everyone. Hello, how are you today? Hello everyone. I think that is everything settled. Vibing with your stringent girlfriends. What is this? Hello? Are these bots? Um, wait, this is a bot, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, good. Hello bot, welcome boss to my stream. Welcome. We have a lot of bots to follow us today. Thank you. You are every very both are appreciated. Hold on, boss. Let me find some game for that. Today we will search through trashcan and maybe we can find your games. And I will try my best to put up a good commentating. That's what will happen today. Of course, not my own game. Maybe for some other occasions. I don't know. Wait, did I miss something? Oh, I miss a visual. The noise warnings to say because I've been hearing some construction worker thingies going on over the distance. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, I hear that. Oopsie. Oh, something is happening here. Okay, we actually have a live game here. Okay, let's just get updates on what is going on here. We have a chunky game, a Korean chess variant. Here, we have an anonymous player trying to go against the Stockfish level 4, Fairy Stockfish level 4. He's on the red side, while Stockfish is on the blue side that we are seeing right now. Similarly, the red side has a number advantage on the. I think he is doing pretty well. I mean, we have some pinpoints there, here and there. Uh, Red is defending pretty well while trying to find opportunities to go in between the pieces of the blue enemy. These pawns are defending each other because they can capture or move sideways, by the way. But what is happening, I'm not picking up on any updates of the board. Are they actually moving? Or okay, they doing things over down here. I don't know. Okay, things are happening rapidly. Red seems to have less pieces. Let me count the pieces. They actually have more pieces overall. I think the red army just sacrifice one of these pieces to get a horse. And now the blue side down one horse. White still they still have two blue knights. Oh, for sequence of exchange will give me the latest update. It's frozen. What happened? What just happened? Just weird. Oh, the live. Sorry. When this feature is broken. Oh, very daring. The knight went inside in the middle of castle and captured an advisor. And that's not a good sign for blue. Of course, it could have captured this knight with its advisor, but it did not decide to do that. A pair of blue knights here still trying to defend. A pair knight pretty strong though, but it got captured. But actually, the very Starfleet level doesn't know that sometimes it can just capture back, even the trace. Instead, Red just keep on giving trace and get everything. That is so crazy. Now it can just no. It's Red Rule cannot capture the Blue Knight because the horse will capture it instead. But if you think about it, the horse cannot move away the next move because the king is pinned. Um, the blue rook over here still is not doing anything because it is stuck with level 4. Wait, I'm supposed stuck with level 4 should be quite standard already, but I don't know about the variants or whatnot. Anonymous seems to be thinking. I think he's offline. I think that is the game for now. I think he just quit it. Let's move on to other game. Can we have other games? Here we go. No, maybe not. Let's try to find some human to human games. We have one here. 2 days. Three. Okay, that is a very long game. Let's see the archive. Okay, and see if we can find someone. Okay. Highest players. Tranquil. Galaxy House 960 is so popular. It's even more popular than Galaxy House. I think that because the rating need to work upon a certain number of people. I think for that to be differentiated, so you could need a lot of player for the rating to be uh, high enough. That's what I think. Because if you simulate to small group of people, uh, your rating will be just around 100 to 2000. So Crazy How is very popular. The most popular variant on this website by Chess, followed by Atomic Necessity. Anti-chess is not very fun. No, no, it's very fun. It's very fun, alright. Don't get me wrong. Just not very fun to play in tournaments because it would allow you to kill yourself legally. Yeah, things like that. Dark chess, early chess. Let's have a quick look around these games. Okay. The Newest game mode here doesn't have any players. The same kind chess. Why do I feel like I should know about this chess variant? Crazy, oh, nice stay. Seem to have a lot of players. Let's see the archive of the top player here of Courage of Majesty. See how it goes. Yeah, the latest match. Is it a 3 minutes game? What? Wait, what is this? Okay, we actually don't see the timer. So a little bit just more unfortunate. I thought that this website was quite polished. But we have opening up the white style here. The Bozat is 1700, 1800 rating, trying to find its opening move against the visual dentist. The top player in page chess on the crazy how nice stay. Right again G3 would have been a really nice move in normal chess, but here we have the crazy house nasty variant here just to open up the bishop and a little bit more defense for the rook angle right here, but then black is respond with just move to open up its queen, a very sensible move, and black king is actually not in some control lines over the distance. Opening up here, they are trying to develop the game. No signs of pin or point so far. Bishop here trying to go for knight, but that might not be a good sense to take the knight because pawn here will allow the rook to be active very early in the game, and black should have wanted that. A trade seems to be being played out. Everyone is putting their pieces up onto the middle of the board. This should be how it's crazy how it's normal played. So every piece is up, and we have our first trade because the white move initiated by moving forward, and black respond, and that is a trade approved. They have G2 rook G2 and be ready to be put onto the board again at any time later, and it will make this game even more crazy, more than even normal chess. And we will see how things eventually go down. The queen here is certainly not comfortable to stand. Oh, but yeah, we have the knight immediately capture the queen here, abandoning the queen. What is happening here? From the top player, white immediately took the opportunity to capture the queen with the bishop. But what does black have in mind when they do this? The knight here immediately go for a check. It's just wants the knight to do the check onto the king. It doesn't need to have the queen there. It seemingly allow the white side to keep on the king, and the white bishop here might be able to get away with it. But the queen here actually go back from the pressure from the original black knight, and the bishop that captures queen actually have to pay the price. Now bishop go back to defend. Black white does need to go away, doesn't need to be cut. Black spawn the bishop again, pin stand up onto the bishop king position, and they are trying to pressure the king. Yeah, it's not a joke. It describes how a lot of movement sequence can happen in this game, and you will not believe what will happen. And I don't even. Okay, do you actually believe this? But like simply to back up, just in order to capture this, it does not care. It has a lot of sporting pieces onto this particular position, and it does not hesitate to trade it pawn with its own bishop, sorry, its own knight. Of course, white will want to take that knight, either have one knight, one queen extra, and that has to be used for something. Black continued to put its pawn onto the field, actually pressuring this bishop. This bishop does not have anywhere to move to. Black respond with putting the knight here, but it doesn't matter. Pawn should be able to capture that bishop right away with no hesitation. Now, there we go. Black actually finally have the bishop to touch or to look at the king. This might even be a checkmate if he's not ready. Oh boy, oh boy, okay, oh boy, now that is black winning the game because black have just after that, and follow up with that is a lot of pieces that can undermine this queen opposition. It can check the king in no time, and with the king now in the spawning area of the black side, we see that he has no chance. With again more than 1 minute down the clock, he resigns. What a game! A very aggressive playstyle. A lot of crazy trades throughout the early game. There's no break, there's no seemingly piece composition or what was no strategy, just stand up going for the opponent king. And if you don't have enough PC to defend, you will absolutely be dragged from the game, and even pawn is not enough to defend this king from being fully checkmated. Oh, sorry. It's really bad. What a game! What a display of talent. Now do we have something better? Do we actually have something better to play with? This guy here should show a better fight. It was actually a good fight here. As we can see, our top player here is down on the globe against the opponent Cyclone with 1800. This should be a closer fight, and I actually am not sure about the result of this fight. I just forget it 3 seconds ago. But let's see what we do have here. Starting from the nationality composition, we have the two queens here on the left side of the map, while we have two knights here adjacent standing on the far left side of the map. We have two bishops here on the middle, and the composition in middle for both sides. Let's see how they will go. White actually open first, and immediately going for the knight. Black here trying to use knight to do something. Losing knights early might not be the best idea because from my experience playing puzzle or crazy house, knights are spectacular for king checks or for forcing trades out something. But they actually very early try to trade knights for pawns. I don't know what's happening there. Why put I'm sorry, a knight that you have captured out has it in the middle and try to go for the pawn here, just a very close neck to the black king, it hopefully trying to open the position. And of course, if the rook go up here, na- white can continue with moving the rook here and try to pin down the black king. That is my take. And wait, like, while continue with moving its knight up here, maybe try to eat even more pawns of the board. It does have one pawn available to do much more destruction. We don't know for sure what's happening in this game. Why it's knight put here? The only spawning piece of black is used to block the rook movement seemingly so that it cannot go out and capture this piece. Just what black was being afraid of. Instead, white does put its pawn in here and try to scare the rook away. The rook has to be moved away, but instead, black decided that it want to capture this one pawn here, but that might not be the best thing to do. While respond with the pawn first captures rook here, jacking the king, so that it will have the next move available, and that next move will be the bishop getting captured by the knight. And oh boy, we do have a follower from black side. The queen here can capture the knight, and that might be a win for the composition, but through that the black side lose its bishop and its rook, so that might not be the best thing ever. So black does have three pieces that it can put onto the board, and in this game mode I'm pretty sure that more number mean better gameplay, and we will see. White knight here to decide that it want to make the move more naked, sorry, make the queen more naked, and that should opening of the check give the checking sequence of the white. Do white have enough pieces to check going through the middle of the map? The white king here faces the black queen, and we have a trade. Oh, the pawn here, the white is actually being put into use very effectively, but white is black running away. It should trade, but there's simply endless army being put out to try to attack the king. White don't have much left, but it does not have less quality. It have a rook and a queen, and now the queen is on the back side of the map. It's seemingly over for black, and oh boy, black king has to run away. He has to try to make something happen, but can he? And that would checkmate actually by moving his pawn up. White had, sorry, black had nowhere to run, and white actually, but despite being down on the ground against the opponent, he managed to win the game by checkmate. That was a very fantastic game. Again, just going for efficient take onto the king side, trying to actually luring the king out of the way, trying to take all the pieces on the way of the king and then put every material on top of the king. And just that a very simple strategy but very effective in this crazy game. We have the king being forced to run away in multiple direction and then forced to be standing on the middle of the board and get checkmate, and that how you would play it. Crazy style. Let's get on to more games, maybe for even from other players. How about that? What is this title? I'm sorry, I'm pretty blind with this information. And by blind, I mean I don't even want to learn what they mean. Just kidding, but maybe no. I know I am meaning international master, right? Uh, FM might mean that it's feed FIDE master. Yeah, I'm not sure. We have also have something like national master. Yeah, so this should be it. And we do have the Grandmaster, very high rated players. Sorry for the noises. Um, we have a good game here from our second ranked player on Courageous Just 960. Let's see if I can find out something here. It should be a good match. Let's see how they go. Here again, I think we also have some kind of like um three. Yeah, it's three plus two game. Similarly, standard game that they like to play. Okay, let's see how it go down. Our Turkey sniper on white, 22,000 player, a very strong player versus ML King H at chess team with 18,000, sorry, 1800 rank, elo, elo rank. Actually, very close. It's just about 300 elo efficiency against the second elo player on the side. And now let's analyze the starting 960 composition. We have king actually in the middle. The king is not far off, but it's still to the left of the board. We actually have a very normal composition here. The only thing that is a little bit different is that two bishop here is moved onto the left, sorry, the right side of the board. Okay, let's start. Why move first? Immediately going to f4, classic game. Let's start. And it said it is normal chess. Immediately we have something going on here. Blaze building a ladder and putting a horse on top of it. But why simply do have some of the angles I want to go for by going this bishop into this. Black continue with moving its pawn off and trying to have more space on the map game, but that's maybe not what they want to go for. They want to go for the king, but the king here is actually blocked with the two knights in front of it. If you know how to play this game, how you should be playing this game, you should go for the king. But again, the top players, you actually have to go for something else. And in the meantime, they might have had your king heads already. But here a little bit of even out the nine defenders. We have our captured bishop here immediately being put out to scare the queen away from white. And the bishop here Oh, our G bishop here capture the black knight, and that was a trade. Actually, queen here is still trying to look against the king and trying to have something, trying to wait for an opportunity to put its pieces. Maybe a bishop here or a knight here is very bad for white. But let's see if white is faster. It is faster by sacrificing its bishop to capture this this pawn. Oh, and this bishop is not even being taken out, and it will stay there and be a nightmare for black later, and I'm sure what will happen next. Okay, black actually managed to put a lot of pressure on the king side here. The white king side here don't have a lot of defense. Honestly, wait, they do actually have a loss. Black uh, just blind, but it does have a lot of angle here to take. This pawn seemingly going against these pieces, but it's not a lot the black can do because it's blunder this queen. After blundering this queen, black gonna have a lot to go. But why don't want to keep this so that it can continue check? It's saying that does not worry, I got this. And then right away, white bishop here decide to take the black rook. White on the other side, the pawn black went forward to try to check the king. But that might not be enough as we have a queen trade and continuing the check here actually seem very aggressive from our player, but why have put that pawn here? It have a lot of pawn, actually 4 pawns before this, and it's easy to put this pawn out to defend the king. And now it's over. If white can actually have the move, it will again go on the king, and it has a lot of pieces to do that, and it start right away with the rook onto the black king stand up. Now black just resign the game. Yeah, a very good attempt, very good understanding of the game from our player. Trying to go stand for the king, miss a lot of calculation, miss a lot of opportunities, I think. But why just simply faster that he taken lots of free pieces, and in the end, it's win the game. This is somehow still under time pressure, so I don't blame these players for doing stupid things. You, of course, my game could be even more stupid. I'm pretty sure. Oh, we do have. Wait, this game is different, right? Oh, it's but a similar game. We're seeing visual dentist, but quite is okay. Let me find another game. Yes. Um. Okay. Okay. This should be a banger. This should be a banger. Let me jam a banger for sure. 8 seconds down the clock at the end of the game versus 21 seconds down the clock. This is a very close fight between the top arrow player versus the second top arrow player. Here we have visual dentist. The second player actually on wide advantage versus the top player of the server. Let's see how they go down. No, I'm sorry, Visual Dentist is a top player, right? He's a national a master player on top. Yeah, and we have a Turkish sniper, a second place player, a current second place. It's just elo point, doesn't matter that much, but it does show the strength of the players very effectively. Now we have, where is our queen? Our king, sorry, our king is very far on the right side here of the board, looking at the charger and looking at the beautiful, peaceful landscape, but of course with not a lot of defense onto the king. It will be a train wreck going down if the match go on and all the pieces trying to clash onto each other. Since the king side is ill defense, we will have a lot of material trying to move into the right side. And for that, we do have a lot of sniper here with long ranges, and they are more than happy to move onto the right to defend or to attack the opponent king. Let's see how the match will go down. Starting up, we have immediately our our white bishop here ready to snap the far right opposition. Black is trying to develop a species similarly. White has moved his two knights out to spot. Uh, Now also is bishop here. I think it's the one to take that pawn because this pawn seems to be less likely to be taken. I mean, you can just move the knight here. Okay, the one that it does one just pawn. I'm pretty sure the way that they will go. And do we have a capture? We don't. Okay. A lot of the pieces are actually being put by black here on the right side more than white. Okay, king actually managed to long castle from the far right side of the map to the far left side of the map. We actually have castle in a crazy host. Just crazy. Just crazy. I thought that it was not possible. Maybe I was playing grand host and not crazy host. Oh, sorry. Okay. It took some time. It took some time, but finally, White Knight took the front pawn of the Black King, and that is not good sign. Do the Black King want to take that knight? Black respond with capturing this pawn. It does not look that uh, okay, I see it. It want to continue its pressure now being diverted to the left side of the board. It still have this king in mind and it want to go straight for it. This composition will take a while to move away so that it can capture the king. But before that, this knight could capture this pawn could capture this, and we will see what could happen. The white knight is going to capture that queen, and now the queen can be put here to check me, the black king, and that if this black pawn is greedy, black will lose the game. But instead, we have this black pawn continue to put white under pressure, getting this pawn out of the map. The white king is also quite exposed, but if it can escape from this, the black ruler captures white knight immediately eliminate its checkmating opportunity, but with this knight moving up just a little, we also will have the same problem being presented for for black, but sense danger. We actually move this bishop here and try to defend these compositions because the next move will be a check of the black knight on top of the king, and that is not very comfortable for white. That's why he did it. Okay, black also sees the danger. It puts a pawn up in defense, and that we have a bishop to knight right here in the middle of the map. Sorry, I'm taking some time to saying this piece's name almost comfortably, so please bear with me. Okay. Following after on that, Black decided to put a pawn here very far on top of the rook. It is fearless. It is fearless, but again, White have its own pawn to put up a fight, putting over its barrage pawn and try to for a straight of a rook knight scenario. The black one has that. I think black does want that, and a trade has happened. More than a trade, black far away onto the king territory. This does not look very good for it because after a sequence of trades, the king might be gone. The king just might be gone from the game. How can they do it? Can they even out it? A lot of pieces are being put on to the board and try to get the king running, but the king is actually well defended. Black, sorry, white, he actually have a lot of material advantage and they can just spawn them. And if black don't have a good tactic, a good end game, it will not be able to even out. Okay, just bishop capturing bishop, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, but we do have the king running to the middle point of the map. Black have two pieces to put. Yeah, it's not hesitant. It's trying to do something. On the way, it does not seem to find them. Black here relentlessly trying to go for the opponent king, but it seems hopeless. It seems hopeless. What just happened? What just happened? The pawn here immediately promote into a knight. Continue the check in order to uh, in order for the black pawn to capture this white queen. But right after this, white have the chance to check the king with an ill defense position here versus six sorry seven white pieces, including five strong pieces, including a queen and three rooks. Now starting here, we have the queen opening up the position. We have a rook here just given for free just to give to let the king go out the way. We have a rook, a lot of rook to spare. Another rook to spare. Again, the king is escaping. Can it manage that? Can it manage that? The king actually being forced to go to the middle of the map. That is not very ideal for black because most of the time when you go to the middle, you will not have lots to do. You will not have lots to do. And boy, does white have it. Black struggle to defend its position. by close range attack. It should have maybe put more pieces early instead of moving the knight back because it has lots of drops. Let's see. Yeah, before this, it does not have much to defend. Why was much more strong in material and it is ready to push the pieces out. Yeah, Black had no chance. It tried its best to try to close up on the king of white, but it failed to do that. The white king actually moved in a very efficient way to avoid being checked. And somehow in all this, I think the downfall of Black was to let its troop being captured too much. With this much rook, Black managed to, I mean, not being able to capture the king. I think with just one rook available, he might be able to do it. It's just my take. Like managed to launch too much rooks and don't have any rooks in Shine Grand Defense. I mean, a rook here to defend the king in the late game in the final crash could have been very fantastic. A lot of effort from both sides, blessing. But Guido has the edge in the end. Yeah, a lot of desperate efforts trying to go for the king there. I mean, Black don't have this. Holy shit, look at this. It don't have a queen to be put here, right here. If Guy fell on its checkmating attempt, Black would immediately win the game. That's crazy. Matches. And it is quite even in the result. I'm not gonna lie, 4 versus 6 is very even. Just uh, just under 9 with 9, right? So the strength of two players are very even. Holy shit. Turkey Sniper started this series with 1500. So this series was how he got close to visual dentist. Look at this. And become the top 2 player on the server. How crazy. Yeah, we start from 1500 and after 10 games, you are the top player. This guy must be in going from somewhere else, I think. Yeah, let's see our first game. Visual dentists don't have guide, and that might not be the best thing for Turkish sniper. Let's analyze the composition. We have exactly normal composition here, with a really little bit of disordered here. The two queens are on the right side. As outside that, everything is normal. Let's start the game and open for two nice looking at the charger. The pawns moving up to the map, and immediately we have a trade here on the far right side of the map. I wonder if visual dancers don't have any idea of the opponent he's playing with. He might be underestimated, and that loses him the game. Let's see how this player battle out. Why does Jinto have the bad impression of our one 100 1500 player here. Just give a try, give do the pawn trade for fun, giving a knight to a bishop trade for fun, putting the knight back, seeing this capture onto the black king, and black does see that it try to defend of the position. Sorry for the loud noises. If you are watching this, I'm sorry. Black here does know how to give pressure, putting the pawn here. Now the black, sorry, the white now don't have anywhere to go to. But it does. It does have a way to even out the position. This seems asymmetric in some way for this game. Black does have the upper hand. Is continue with a pawn here, capture the pawn and try to look at the rook. Both the bishop respond here, and then we continue with the bishop capture the knight. And now the two queens are looking at each other. Queen trades happen. Black does feel comfortable ending the game. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. The queen here is too far away. Can black fight it? What it is doing is the queen just takes this knight to the left far side. Of course, no. No, what happened? No, sorry, just did I just reset the game? Sorry. What happened? Okay. Okay, bishop doesn't answer. Actually, it's going to put knight here to actually check the king because it is also feels that it is ready. No, it's not. It's not ready for check yet, but just seem useless for some reason. But anyway, black danger is hidden as in it puts the knight out. What it's doing is try to eat a rook into its enemy because it has been too much knight. It's going to trade for rook and it will have with it will have its rook and it will be using that rook to win the game. Oh boy, here we go, a very spicy match. Very creative plays from black, constantly pressuring the back line and actually broke more pawn into a queen successfully, and this pawn might live for a while. And while all that happened, we have the pawn here capturing the black pawn, and I don't know why, but this bishop just blindly captures this pawn. It does not lie. This pawn being too close to the king yet is a disaster. But this knight being here is also a disaster waiting to be exploited. Does the black one that black does have a lot of pieces that it can use, but this king castle here is very safe. Can black find a way to penetrate the this position? Can it do that? Moving the bishop away onto the right side, also opening up for an endgame like this. White has two queens, and black has to move fast. Black has to move fast. It starts the check by putting its only pawn onto the map, while it's pawn with bishop take. That is a backline just from rook. The king is for to eat it, and the knight responds with capturing the bishop and targeting the king. Very intelligent play. And because it's a knight check, the king has to move. Now the black king managed to close up onto the black king. Now it doesn't look very good, very good for black, because if the rook is put here, it's over for black, for the white king. I'm sorry, I keep messing up black and white, and I'm having a hard time speaking name of species. Knight, bishop, king, queen, king and queen, and pawn and rook. But that will be fixed later. Okay, very intelligently played game from our Turkish snapper. He showed his strength being put on par, or even might be even better than Visual Dentist here for its first game ever. I think playing ranked. That is so crazy. But now, for the second game on black, Visual Dentist managed to come back again. So does that mean black is having an advantage in this game mode? I don't think. I just think that black and white in this game mode is just not as significant as the standard chess. Let's have a quick game today because I am running out of time. Let's try to bullet through it. We have 3 minutes. Okay, look at the end of time here. I am doubting that the two players will end the game in 3 exact minutes for both these players. That's not gonna happen. Okay, we have a knight tray, the knight being put back, and a tray of similar materials. It's not a tray, right? Because you will collect your pieces back. So it's just repositioning or reloading your games, something like that. But you do that with your opponent. That sounds kind of gay, I don't know. Oops. Okay. Okay, do we have some action here? Black does manage to put just a simple black knight here, trying to go for the king. But the white queen side decided it had have enough of nothing that is happening. So it captures knight immediately. It does not want that knight there. And now black simply have the upper hand. But then the black queen want to try for the bishop. Again, they don't really hesitate from trying queens for something less strong, like queen for a knight or queen for a bishop. Top players do quite chance, so I think it's a bit normal. I mean, the pieces here are very strong in number, so you just need number. So I think the white king does not want to move away. It's want to move. It's want to build a fortress right here, and it is comfortable with that. With the rook managed to be active later, this king probably shouldn't have been moved away. But I know just some trade, some capturing will happen, like maybe just after this move. Yeah, why is this rook here? I think the king just want to move to the right side. Okay, a pawn here to force bishop take pawn, which is the bad thing. Like the have a lot of pressure onto the white position, but white does have a lot of pieces. It just cannot put them out. Oh, continue to check here. Is that endgame? Why is king want to move to the right? But the thing is, the right side is now very deserted. Okay. I just want a quick check on those king does have that it does not. And let's zoom through the match because I don't have lost time. Okay, I lost luring the king out of the way, giving free pieces. Actually, Black somehow have lost the pieces to give. Was that a check? Mate right there. Jack was so close, but Black does not have a lot of pieces that it can continue. Okay, okay, continue to check here. He's not afraid. He's not afraid at all. And now the Viking simply being cornered. And okay, and Black resign. And Black resign. On this, you cannot just put your pieces onto the middle because your opponent can just take. The king cannot move anywhere else. It's over for the Viking. How beautifully played. I should have put more effort into this. I think this one here is more strategically played than the other games. The one here is much better. This is when visual dentists have known about the strength of his opponent, similarly on par or even maybe better than him, and he knew that he played very well. He played very intelligent. Look at the pawn setup. Look at the trace. Look at the angles. The files onto the back lines. Why do have some ideas of how to get to the king, but it was not enough. Most of the time, the black side is over here trying to get on this seemingly very dense layers of protection on the Viking, but it's not enough to stop the army of black pieces to sacrifice themselves trying to lure the Viking out of the way. A very masterful play from our visual dentist. Very good game. GG. But I think that is for now. That is for today. Right. Hope you guys enjoy this. I will analyze. I think I will refine my craft later. Um, and we will have other thing to do tomorrow, the day after, whatever. I'm Korat, and I will see you next time.